I'm here with Chris Lighton. Chris, where do you see journalism in 10 years?
Well, Mark, that's a great question because I think journalism is going to change a lot in the next 10 years. Right now, a lot of people still read newspapers, but in 10 years, I think newspapers are going to be gone. We might still have the New York Times, we might still have the Washington Post, but Trenton Times, gone. Because you know what? People want that hyper-localized news, and they're going to go online for it. An organization like Patch.com gives it to them in more news stories per day on Patch.com than in your local paper. So I think that people are going to go online for hyper-localized news, and there's not going to be as many newspapers.
But will the amount of jobs grow?
Well, you would think that with newspapers closing, there's going to be less jobs. But really, those jobs are just going to be transformed from the newspaper medium to the online medium. And now people are going to be online reporters. Will there be more jobs? I don't think so, unless they figure out a very good way to make people pay for that online content. But there's still going to be an even amount of jobs. So the idea that journalism is dying and don't go into it because there's no jobs, I don't know if that's actually true.
Will journalism be as specialized as it used to be?
Well, that's a great question also because, you think of the olden days, you think of the reporter, the newspaper reporter, and you think of the TV anchor, very specialized positions. And I think that in the future, journalists are going to be specialized, but in a completely different way. No more will you have the reporter who only writes the story and the reporter who only goes out and films the story. You're going to have the reporter doing all those things, but on a specialized item. So maybe a sports team or a politician or a local town even. I mean, that's what Patch.com does. Localized is going to be, more specialized, but not in the way of a single news medium.
And quickly, what advice do you have for future journalists?
Well, Mark, I don't want any competition in the field, so I would prefer future journalists, get a different profession.
Thank you. It's a smart answer. Thank you for
Mark.
your time, Chris.
Always a pleasure to have you here, Mark.